you're going to change your hinges and you've already got your doors hung quite well on your vehicle, and when I say that, I mean they're actually lined up nicely and they open and close and shut as they should, you don't really want to be disturbing that. So the best thing to do is to actually do one hinge at a time with the door shut. Now, the first thing you have to do is take the door card off. You can then undo the two nuts on the back, which connect to the bolts that go through your hinge and through your door. With the trim missing, there's enough room to get your hand at the back here and actually just get a little spanner on there and take those two nuts off at the top. The bottom's a little bit more tricky, but you can do it. And then you'll end up with the actual mirror assembly and the hinge all together will be removed from the door, and it'll just be swinging on that bulkhead piece, which is fine. So then to remove it from the bulkhead, you just remove the two bolts in here, and they're on these captive clips that go into the bulkhead itself. You can see here, I actually had a wobbly mirror, and the only way to do that mirror up is to do the whole process that I've just done on your door. So you can see what a bit of a pain it is just to tighten up your mirrors or to replace your mirror arms, which is why you see so many Defenders with wobbly mirror arms. First set of hinges we're going to fit are the Exmoor Trim CNC machined hinges. Now, there is a reason for this, and I'll go into this in another video, but we're actually possibly going to be looking at producing our own hinge variation with Exmoor Trim with a very specific purpose, and we'll go into that in a later video. But for now, I thought you might be interested to see how easy these are to fit, what they look like, and just generally the whole process of swapping your hinges. Because although these are an upgraded CNC machined hinge, the process is exactly the same whether you fit these or the stainless steel standard hinges from YRM, or the standard hinges from LR Parts. It's all the same process. I'd recommend using something similar to what I've got here. So I've got two picks, one's a 90-degree end and one's just a standard straight one. Okay, so I put one in there just to hold it, so try not to drop it. You can lift them up like that. And again, there we go. So yeah, the 90-degree pick is probably the best weapon of choice. And there we go, there is the clip. The actual bulkhead is double skinned at the top here, and if you've had a bulkhead repair and they haven't removed the old bulkhead area, it could be triple skinned. If it is triple skinned, it means it's going to be much harder to get these clipped on, and you're going to have to open up this aperture. Now, although that isn't triple skin, I'm going to open this up just a touch anyway, just to make it a little bit easier for me to get it on. So I'm just going to prise it open with one of these. You can see there, I've got a pick in there now, straight pick. If I lever this downwards, it'll pull the hinge up a bit, but you need a bit more help. So if you've got a decent, strong enough knife, you can also use one of those. So just turn it in, twist it, and you can see it lifting. There we go. And that is now in position. I'm going to knock this one down with the hammer. So flat screwdriver on the top, and we're in. So when you're replacing your hinges, it's important to remember that the hinges are handed, and by that what I mean is there's a specific hinge for each top and bottom, left and right. Now obviously if you're doing the top front doors, you need to have the mirror holes in here, so you've got these two holes just here to attach the mirror, so we know that's all good. Here's the top of the hinge, because that's where the mirror is. That's thin, and then at the bottom it's fat. Match it up with the one I'm about to put on, so I know that is the correct hinge. Right, I'm in. So that seemed to be quite a good idea. So I got the first one in, but obviously because the bottom one wasn't taking, you can see how much movement you've got in that hinge, look, on there, which is what you need, because if I look at this door, that is not lining up at all. So that is now lined up, so you have to wrangle it around. But before we put this on the door, we've got to fit our mirror. So you may have seen this before. This is my little thread lock stick, and you just literally roll the bolt in there. Nice. I'm not going to go mad because I've got thread lock in there. So then remember, we removed one spacer when we took the original hinge off, so we're going to put that back on and offer it through. That's great. Bottom one, again, washer first. A bit harder to get to, but it is doable. I should now be able to torque these on the bulkhead up. Got the same shut line all around. That is a nice, solid, very good looking bit of kit.